Andy Isabella was the intended target. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Matt Judon leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Patrick Owasor able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk. His first touchdown. Out of the new season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change.
And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson.
Another miss.
Still on his feet. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A first down carry here for Johnson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Patrick Owasor in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. He had 3 of those sacks last week en route to being the AFC Defensive Player of the Week 1 right there. How do you block him now?
That's the question you think that they'd be able to answer. After having 3 the week before, you would make all the necessary adjustments in practice, but he's such an imposing force, he knows how to get to the quarterback anyway.
All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, it's caught by Mark Ingram. And he's got this down to the 35. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson. Snead's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Roberts has it. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Seth Roberts, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the first half. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Getting set to go again, we get a peek at Larry Fitzgerald as he heads back out there now. Not only does he not have a catch, I don't think he's been targeted in this game, but they're winning.
And if you ask a receiver of his magnitude, he'll tell you that it's because everyone is focused on him anyway. Okay, you've taken it away. No catches, no targets, but we're still winning. I've opened things up for the rest of my team. I know how receivers think.
They've been using him as a decoy, and effectively so. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Patrick Owasor in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Now Brown. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Buda Baker with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Patrick Owasor make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing 3rd down. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Patrick Owasor in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Dawson's kick is up and through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
To throw is Jackson. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Jackson now. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here at half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the 1st down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Buda Baker with a pick, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Murray now on 1st down. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Patrick Owasor has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. On the ground, this is Johnson. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Murray. And